There's an old saying, an old Jamaican parable that says, if trouble would have set up like rain, you could have seen it coming from a distance. If trouble was like rain, you could have seen it coming from a distance. In today's reaction episode, we are going to take a look at the situation with Marwa's horse trainer. Now, I'm going to say some things. Some of you might not want to hear it. But you see, in the world of reaction, you have to be able to look at whatever you're analyzing from all ends. But some people would come out and just want to hear one side of the story. Well, if it is a story, you just want to hear. Some people would just want to hear one side. But allow me to take a look at what's happening with Max, the horse trainer. Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Real Things reactions and vlogs. Big up on yourself. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are coming across this channel for the first time, I want to welcome you guys to the channel. Please feel free to join the family. Feel welcome. And also, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like the content, whichever video that you're watching. For those of you who are returning, the ones who were here from the beginning of all things, big up on yourself and welcome back. By the way, season's greetings. Some people we've seen where, let me just put this up on screen. Um, we've seen where Max has done a video, two videos actually. The first one, people was just left confused a little bit. So the second one, he came out to tell the people them to tell the people them what exactly transpired following. I mean, up to leading up to the accident. Um, I want to tell you this though, and I'm not gonna hold back anything because, as I said before, I have to do my reaction without fear or favor. I'm not preaching to win favor. And I'm not preaching because of no fear. There's some words out there on the street that be here circling around, and I have to clear the air with that. Nobody run my show. Anyway, let me just get into what I'm saying. So after Max released the video, there was a flurry of reaction that went up. Oh, this should have happened, that should have happened, this shouldn't happen, that shouldn't happen. You know, everybody, it's okay for everybody to look at things the way how they want. It's okay. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, that allow me to do my reaction in peace. And if you go to Max's comments, that should be a good example of why I'm saying what I'm saying, because people, regardless of what is happening to Max, people, some people are really not letting him rest easy. Yeah. Anyway, so according to what was documented here in Max's video, they went on their usual horse grazing slash training routine. I think this is not a training. This was a grazing routine and no training. And Onyx went along as usual, as we saw. I mean, I know a lot of you would have seen this by now, right? Where it came actually as a surprise to me, knowing that Marwa actually stated numerous times that he doesn't want every and anybody around his horses, based on the fact that a Rio had recently just passed. I understand, because sometimes them say there's an old saying, once bitten, twice shy. Yes, that's an old saying. Anywho, um, just checking something here. So I saw that clip. I watched the entire video actually. So after they went grazing, you know, Max decided to treat the horses with some fruits, and he said that he was going to, oh my, he said that he was going to the market to get some fruits. He said that in the video. Let's just take a look. Instead of having me trying to narrate, let me see how far along we were in this video.
That is snake eye. This is Malaika. Uh, and that is Kennedy. Kennedy it's helping. It's joining me. And guys, because it's sunny, I think we're not going to canter or gallop. We're just going to walk. And also our horse doesn't have shoes. So we're just going to walk. No galloping. It's just relaxed. It's called relaxed pleasure ride. Just walking up to the market. Yeah. Guys, Snake it's a thoroughbred, and she's a race horse, and she's the fastest horse we have. But I'm not going to canter today. I want to run. Just want to walk. So that's it. So we'll be walking because it's done. Just walking. Guys, if you have never ride a horse, you should try this. It's very fun, and also I can't wait to see how people are going to react on the market and on the town. Malika, she has ever gone to there, so this will be the first time that I'm going with Snake Eye on the somewhere where there will be a crowd of people. You know, you have to get used to that. You have to get used to the noise and work on the angle.
All right. So allow me to make an assessment here. My observations. Um, Number one, firstly, let me just put this thing out my way. Firstly, sorry for passing that thing in front of your face, guys. I just didn't want the cup to touch a particular cord that I have close here that is hanging. Instead of me moving the cord and putting it in the right place, I'm putting cup all over in your face. Anyway, first of all, first of all, let me just say this one thing that I observe. The horse seems to be kind of confused with the direction because of the other horse, because of the cameraman on the other horse. I was kind of wondering, why wasn't he filming by himself being as his experience, because the horse was going here, there, here, there, here, there. That was my observation. This is far from what the seriousness of the issue is. But I was just saying that poor horse was just here, there, here, there, here, there. It's confusing. No, I know that Malika has been to the market before because I saw Malika in one of the other boys' vlogs. Some one of the reactors them from the village. I saw Malika standing by the market looking like a donkey. I was actually I thought it was a donkey, but then I saw the title. Was it the title? Whatever it was, I think it was a title. Somebody said Marwa's something something, and I said, "Oh, that's Malika." Standing by the marketplace looking like when you would bring a mule to the market. I felt some kind of way, honestly, me and my emotions. I felt some type of way. But anyway, it's not my business. My job is to observe and talk sometimes if I have to. When I don't have to, I just when then there's no need, I just stay quiet. Anyway, so Malika has been there. And what I'm thinking, based on listening to Max's conversation here in the video, is that okay, well, I'm the trainer. Like I'm trying to get into his mindset. Okay, well, I'm the trainer, and I think it's okay because I'm giving it's somehow a kind of training because if you listen to what he said carefully, he said Malika has been there. But it is this horse's a first, what's his name? Oh my god, can't remember the horse's name. Snake Eyes first time to uh go. And he would love to see, he can't wait to see the reaction from the people at the market. Meaning, language is a problem sometimes, but he's well spoken and well written because I notice his even though there's AI, but I know his English was very English in the description, which we will share here later. Um, he can't wait to see the people's reaction at the marketplace. And also he noted one key factor, and it was that how the horse would tolerate the noise pollution. Also, you know, it actually is giving someone who has a good understanding as a trainer, as to what are the limits, you know, like I can't even find the right words. It's really deep. It's really deep. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like the way how he's reasoning. He's reasoning as okay, I got the experience. So let's use this trip also as some sort of training. Even though I said earlier that today, on this day, should have not been or would have is not a training day. It should have been a grazing day or whatever. But he was reasoning as if I got this, and this is okay. He's not sounding like nobody with no kind of limitations in a that sense. It's as if I'm the trainer, I'm in charge, so I can see what suits best. I don't know. No, like I say, I go say some things. That is one part that I observe. Two parts actually that I observed because I covered the dizziness of the horses, jittery here and there, the non-direction. Let me just, non-direction. Like the horse was confused based on the cameraman beside them with a second horse. Now, let me just touch back on that. Let me circle back on this. I've seen Rocio film on the horse, monkey see, monkey do. I've seen Marwa also allow them to film him and he filmed himself while riding the horse. Remember, this is a show. They're giving a show. Monkey see, monkey do. Now, I personally came across some a reaction about people were saying that since this thing happened, people saying that He was begging for Marwa to do a channel for him. I have some major issues. I have some major issues. I think I should have gone live with this thing because this is going to be too long for a video. Yo. Anyway, I have some major issues with this thing. Number one, I want to address Marwa before I come back to Max. Marwa, 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 Marwa. How many times have I called your name? You said that no YouTubers would be allowed in your compound. Everybody agreed. But I think that 95% of your, what am I saying? less, less than 95% of your viewers understands that you make the rules, Marwa, and instantly you break them. I want to touch something again that is really not connected, but connected to this situation in some kind of way. I see, honestly, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a relationship counselor, but the eyes can see that because of this breaking the rules constantly situation, it is bringing issues, issues in your relationship. Marwa, 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 Marwa. You're not perfect. I'm not looking for a perfect content creator named I am Marwa out of Nyabohanse. Because guess what? You're human. Just like any freaking one of us. Just like any one of us. But you get me dizzy. I get dizzy constantly trying to bend backwards, sideways, all over, stretching beyond boundaries to wrap my head around what makes you like such a superhuman. Yeah, because bro, you got some speed. Marwa, you have some speed. Fast, quick, and fast speed. You know why? It is like this. I can't keep up. I cannot keep up with those rule breaking mentality. No, I want to tap on something else. I think I'm gone too deep, too quick. But we gonna talk, we gonna cover everything if I don't forget nothing. No, I think it's time that you put a mirror somewhere close, Marwa. And when you get up out of bed every morning, I would advise you to take a deep breath, yawn, stretch, fart if you have to, sneeze, cough, anything. But just do this one thing every day. Stand before the mirror. Let me hypnotize you. Stand before the mirror. Do some self-assessment. Try to figure out why you do not stick to your rules. Why do you break them? We have to have a little fun with it sometimes. Try to figure out What is causing you? What is this one thing or many things? I don't know. What is the things? What are, not is English. What are the things? Or what is it that attracts you and sets you up for these types of, I don't want to call it failure, but it is a failure because it is appearing like you are slipping so fast. Every time you climb up there, you make the rules and you slip back. You just, we feel so good. Yay! He's going to stand to this nonsensical thing. No more YouTubers on the compound. You and your wife, that's how you hustle. No, Marwa, this was not really meant to attack you. I want to speak on this issue because I am doing an analysis. Yeah, open your mind. Breathe, breathe in, out. Snap back into it. Why are you going back on your words like this? Why? Now, here we go again. Here we go again with another YouTuber incident. I want to tell you why. Now, Max, your focus should be on maintaining these horses, training these horses, and not, hey, world, look at me doing what I am doing. Marwa, mm-mm, mm-mm. You are running a business, right? Those are thousands of dollars of investment, not for your money alone, but for other people. You have a business partner. You do, because I heard you said it numerous times. So, this is why you should have taken it so seriously as to not let these people, these young people get distracted. This trainer, these young people that tends to these millions of Kenyan shillings of investments or thousands of USD of people's and yours investments. You should have allowed for these people to be solely focused on giving your horses the, I can't find the word, the attention, undivided attention that horses. Now, I don't own a horse. I've never owned a horse. I don't think I've been close to a horse twice or thrice in my life. But from what the little I know on social media and the media, whatever, horses are very delicate creatures. And them emotional too. Yes. It is your hard earned money that you should have used to finish your kitchen to make yourself. I mean, I don't think you mind, but you have a family now. You have visitors. You're catering to people. You're hosting is the word, lady. You're hosting people, international people, and you're trying to create a particular standards. You said you wanted to treat yourself. That was quite okay because you work hard. You go hard. I couldn't do it. No, it's not about me, but I'm just give me a chance. And you deserve it. You damn well deserve it. My question again is why are you allowing these rules to be broken? Why are you breaking them? Not allowing. Why are you allowing yourself to break those rules? Maybe that's what I wanted to say. I'm 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 not appalled, but I'm confused. I'm dizzy. I'm not getting a chance to breathe in enough. before you change the rules again. It is going to make everything, it's going to set up everything against you for failure. Because the very let me just say this, guys. I hope that I'm not distorted. The very time that these people, these workers of yours becomes I mean, the very time that these workers of yours becomes YouTubers, the very moment that you give them the chance, I, I want to say something. The very moment that you give these staff of yours, these employees of yours, the chance to walk around with a flipping selfie stick and a phone or a camera to record, you lose productivity. That's one of the main thing. You're going to lose time. They're not going to focus solely on what they are supposed to do. And this is what I am seeing right here on this video with Max. Max was not fully in tune with his horse. No, there was something, I tell you, there was something that I read. There was something that I read in the description that the horse lost his bridle and they fell. Something is not, I don't want to say too much adding up, but I'm going to say it. Something is not adding up. How do you lose your bridle? How does the horse lose a bridle like that? I mean, what's the bridle? The bridle is the thing that is around the face, right? To hold the rope and yada yada. What's the bridle anyway? Okay, now I can go and look for it. Go look for it. But I'm too lazy right now. I'm going to say it is the strap around the horse's mouth, if I can remember anything. Hey, so the horse lost its bridle. That is what part of the description said. Before we go any further, let's take a look some more at Max um fatal journey to the market. I say
You
fatal.
have to get used to people.
Endelea tena, nilikuwa imekata. Okay.
It's one part of training. To train our houses to get used to people, get used to cars, motorbikes, so that anytime another person who is not that experienced riding a horse, our houses won't react to noise pollution like those cars, bikes, and a lot of people, So, as I told you guys, today it's all about onyx. I don't want to get mixed up. So, I'll see you once we get to the market. Right now, we are almost remaining like 1.5 kilometers, right?
Yeah, even a kilometer.
1.5 kilometers to get to the market. So once we get there, I'm planning to get onyx, some apples, some carrots. Maybe if I'll be lucky to get some grapes, I'll be so happy. Yeah. And also today, guys, I'm going to give Onyx a freedom to play with the kids. Easy stuff. Yep. I'll be so happy if I'm going to get some grapes. Some kids have been asking me if they can play with Onyx. Before I didn't allow that because, they're not used to horses. But today's their day also. It's a special day for the kids. going to play with Onyx. So Onyx is going to play with other babies. You know, he's a baby horse and baby the village.
Okay.
Yeah. So guys, today I will let the kids to play with Onyx. No, Onyx is a good baby. I've trained him to be a good baby. He doesn't harm the baby. He also doesn't kick. So I'm sure that he's going to enjoy.
I love this guy. I love his a reasoning. Um, sounds mature. Sounds like somebody who really has a likeness for horses and knows how to. I don't know what how to say it. Basically, like what to or how to induct them into whatever situation, scenarios, environment. I like that, and I don't know if I said it before, but honestly, just watching this whole thing, you can see that this is somebody who really likes horses. Because you really have to love, a thing to develop. I mean, some people don't love something about it because they know that something coming out of it, why they fake it. But this is not the case. This is not the case. This is somebody who, it's quite obvious that this is somebody who actually studies these animals and would have, known what exactly, or how exactly, he should deal with the situation. But what I'm not liking here is the distraction. The distraction, as I said before, let me just put this disclaimer out there. That still does not, you know, change anything from the fact that um he was hurt and also the horse was hurt. I'm looking at these I mean I'm looking at this situation here from all sides. He was hurt, the horse was hurt, and I'm not looking to point any finger here. I am just doing an analysis. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. So, and I hope that by now, he's feeling a little bit better, because sometimes when you ring up yourself or if you get a fall and when the bruise is fresh, it hurts. It hurts, and your body flex out a certain position, you will feel some pain. You ring up some tendons, you mess up some muscles, it's gonna hurt. And I hope that by now some ice or some warm bath or some traditional medicine can do the trick for now, with some dressing and like I think he did already. No, they're not. Are they gonna dress those? 'Cause that's just like bruises, the top part of the flesh. And I noticed also, not straying from the point, I'm coming back. I noticed also that there was a thing, some bumps behind his ear, in that area. Whatever hit him there, bruised him there. Yeah, there's some damage behind the ear, on the behind the left ear. Yes, some damages. But as I was saying, he seems to be somebody who knows he's about it. He's about it. He knows his way around with the horses. But um like sometimes, as I say, when I was coming in, if trouble had set up like rain, you could have seen it coming. And I do understand. I get what's happening here. I do get what's happening here, honestly, but people, there are two sides to this thing. Number one, Max actually got a little too comfortable. I'm going to say it like it is. I think Max got a little too comfortable in the environment, knowing that it can actually backfire if you don't play by the rules. I'm saying it as it is, because you cannot be working for somebody and expect that it's going to go your way all the time. Remember, it's not your business. You are working, you are employed. So I think in this scenario, he got a little too comfortable, and it was all in good faith. Honestly, I understand. Other than the part where he said the horse lost the bridle. How is it that the horse, was the bridle broken? Is it dry rot? Is it, how did the horse lose the bridle? What's the bridle? What's the bridle? A saddle. Okay, a saddle is the thing that you sit on, right? The bridle is the thing that goes around the mouth to steer the horse, right? Uh, Help me here. For those of you who are watching this video, because right at this moment I have some things queued up and I don't want to move away from the screen. I can, but I don't want to. I'm just using like, you know, common sense a little bit. So what did he lose? He said bridle. Anyway, before I go any further, I want us to take a look at um his description. Now, mind you, I'm gonna be on the backstage a little bit. I'm gonna be behind the screens a little bit, so you guys, because it's a screenshot and it's tiny, so I want for it to cover the entire screen so you guys can read it for yourself. Even though I'm going to be reading it on the back end, I am going to excuse myself from the screen a little bit, and you guys just take a look. So basically, um, this was placed on his video, this same video that we were watching, on his description. It says, yesterday I had gone to buy Onyx some fruits. All was going well until on my way back, Snake Eyes' bridle got lost and we both rolled on the ground so bad, leaving my body and that of hers with some bad injuries. My boss, Marwa, went crazy on the news and fired me, chased me from his home with a lot of painful injuries on my body, which includes twisting my neck, hurt my back, limping on my right leg, and other wounds on my body and on my head. Luckily, I always wear a helmet. Also, without transport to get home, and you can see he has the tearful emoji. I didn't get full medical attention since I had no enough money. I'm reading what he wrote. No enough money. And my boss, Marwa, said he can't pay for my bill for hurting his horse, which I never did intentionally. It was an accident, just like any other accidents do happen. My friend Wizzy sent me the money to pay for hospital bill and my mom took loans from her friend and sent me for transport to go home. I'm not a bad person and I always treat horses with all my love. All my love goes to horses. And then he put, as you can see in the bottom, in all caps, it was an accident. Honestly, I apologize. I apologize. Some people, hmm, you have it for yourself. He went, he went to get fruits for Onyx. And as as the description said, as the description said here, that the um what you would call it no snake eyes lost her bridles, so the bridles got lost. I don't understand that part. I don't understand that part, Max. You are well written. Yeah, you're well written. So I'm really having a really um hard time understanding her bridle, snake eyes bridle got lost. Where? At the marketplace? In the bushes? On the way to the market or on the way from the I don't understand. I know English, I mean, I know the language thing can be an issue sometimes, the way how people express themselves. Because sometimes, I'll do a reaction and then if not for my subscribers, if not for my subscribers, sometimes coming to correct me about what the person who I probably reacted on, what they probably meant. If not for my subscribers, probably I would have been in a lot of trouble here and there because when I go hard sometimes because I expect that this person knows better. You understand? But then the person, the subscriber would call us a subscriber probably would reach out and say, no, the real, or comment and say, no, the real. No, no, no. I think it's a slip of the tongue. I think it's this. I think they meant to say that. Anyway, so I'm a bit confused with this part about the bridle being lost and how if the horse's bridle gets lost, how does the horse fall? So you're not explaining. I mean that really can't go back and change, turn back the hands of time and uninjure you nor the horse. You never heard that word before, right? Uninjured. Today is today. Yeah, you never hear that one. Yeah. So today is today. That still does not, change from the fact that, you know, an animal and a person was actually hurt. And we don't know to what extent, because in some cases you fall, even though you said he said he was wearing a helmet, as you guys saw in the comment, in the description, he said he always wear his helmet. And I like that. And that's how, I always said, I hope that everybody who rides, I saw Rosie riding and she, wore a hat. I saw Marwa did the same and they wore not, Marwa was wearing nothing. And I was saying to myself, a lot of people don't realize that horses are sometimes very unpredictable. They would just rail up. Simple thing can spook a horse and they would just rail up. You know, like seriously, you would hear of accidents and you would hear that somebody fell from a horse because of that. And I was always thinking, I know that if wearing a helmet would not stop your spine from getting damaged if you fall off the horse or whatever. But you understand what I'm saying? Safety comes first, and helmets should be in that house. If horse riding becomes part of your package program, helmets should be in that house for everyone who goes up on those horses. But I'm confused though, because even though I'm straying from the point now, is either you're going to be a stud farm or you're going to do a lot some horses for a riding or to be a part of your village tour package. I'm confused. But let me just go back to what I was saying prior. You know, when you're taking on such a massive, you know, dream as to start such a business, dealing with such delicate animals, dealing with people, untrained people to for most part, because the rest of the gang don't know anything about horses. They're basically just and imagine, as I talk about that, I forgot that there was another experienced horseman there. Marwa, I want to tell you something, Marwa. I think you're a little too quick to temper. I think sometimes you need, and I know that you've been very patient with a lot of things, honestly. But the more I look at it, like us as humans, we like to point out other humans' faults. It's a human thing. It's a human thing. And I'm doing a reaction, allow me. But like, no, who is there? Who is it that is there that is qualified enough to take care of those delicate horses? I know that going on the internet, I've already strayed from the whole point. I was talking about business. I was talking about business. Now I am all the way up in horses. Eh, and horse trainers. Anyway, I will go back to the business part. But I was saying, come to think of it, the other guy was there, and this was Max was the one who replaced the other guy because the other guy had an agreement. No, I don't think the other guy is gonna come back based on what happening here, because it could have been him also. Because remember, There was a time when he went and Marwa was not hearing from him, and Marwa was already pissed and hired somebody else. So now, or maybe the guys at the house, maybe the cooks and the other guys, the cook and I can't remember his name. What the guy named that cooks? Maybe him and the other guys that are there have learned enough to be able to deal with these horses. But I'm telling you, Marwa, it's a mammoth task. It's already driving you nuts to be building, to be not even building, to be finding, pastures for these animals. Oh, bro, I feel for you. Honestly, I feel for you. My coffee is already way cold. I need, guys, can I please get one of the electric cups? The electric heating cups, please? That's my Christmas wish. Now I'm here, and even though this is an insulated coffee cup, it's already cold, and I had it covered. I want one of those cups that you plug in, um, and it stays hot while you, yep. This cup is insulated, but it's not working. I need one of those cups. That's my Christmas wish. One of those coffee mugs that you put on it comes with a warmer that you plug in. I think it's USB. So even I am here, I could plug it into my laptop while I'm chatting with you guys, and the coffee stays warm. This is already cold, and I can't just get up to go warm it up just to talk to you guys. Man, no, I don't think so. Hmm, damn. I, if it's a iced coffee, let it be iced coffee, but not hot, cold, cold, hot. Hey, bro, let me check my mic. I don't like. I'm hearing something that I don't like. Yeah, that sounds better. No, so I was saying, there was a guy before, and I'm wondering now. There was a trainer before, and I'm wondering now, would the trainer be interested to come back now that Max is being fired? I don't think so, because he's probably thinking to himself, no, hell no. If this is what I'm going to be fired for, something like an accident that transpired, I'm not coming back. I'm not gonna. I don't think he. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kidding though. By the way, guys. I'm thinking, actually kidding and thinking also like as any human would, because if I'm standing on the outside and see that if I slip up, I'll be chased, drastic, just chased, as he said, and he clear. He still, even though they always come out to say that they were this and they were that, and then in the end, um, it's something else. Marwa says something else. So this one will wait it out. This one will wait it up, but I'm going for what he said. It's just a reaction. He was chased. And knowing from us as human, like putting yourself in knowing that you've invested so much in a particular thing. For instance, I have my favorite coffee cup, right? Like coffee mug, right? And my daughter would have taken it and take it to school with her hot chocolate in it. And I'm here now trying to come to the podcast, can't find the the coffee mug. And when my daughter comes home, it's broken. Bruh. Bruh. No. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to get mad because I bought this mug for my purpose only because I said, when I'm sitting here, I want to be able to have my coffee hot or whatever I'm drinking, whatever hot beverage I'm drinking. I want it hot and I want it to stay hot. And then my daughter will come and take it up without my permission and gone to school with her hot chocolate in it. And then I'm looking for it. When she comes home, it's broken. Hell, hey, hey, the ground will raise. So, on speaking about Marwa and his actions of firing Max, I have mixed feelings. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. I have very mixed feelings. Number one, just like I gave you the scenario with the coffee mug, you have to put yourself in that shoes. But number two, you also has to be able to listen to the other person's story. Marwa is somebody that has compassion a lot because we see that it is taking him out, tearing him down, peeling him like a banana. He's not able to breathe without his compassion, too much compassioness. There's no such word, guys. Him having too much compassion coming back to haunt him every time. Compassion for this guy, I don't know how to put it. Because if he didn't have compassion, he wouldn't agree to the horse trainer being a YouTuber. He wants for him to win. And that is only somebody who has a heart. But Mr. Marwa, you have to go work on that. Get the mirror, Remember, you get in the mirror and you're going to use the mirror. You're going to use the mirror to remind yourself every day. Yes, because until something drastic happen, then you won't understand why we keep telling you that the world doesn't work like that. In real world, it does not work like that. Because you will not survive. As you will have to constantly keep starting over again, and you're going to appear as if you have no friends and you cannot keep friends. That's how it's appearing right now. The way if I stay from afar and look at you, you look like somebody who can't keep a friend. But it's because I know better. I know better, and I know that you're human and you're short tempered. You don't like if somebody pisses you off, you're gonna just deal with. When them say why once bitten, twice shy. So you're not gonna give somebody a second chance to fuck around because you have laid out the rules and you mess up. To hell with you and out the door, and then you keep on moving. You start over again, and you keep on moving. And you're gonna be. I mean, you're doing good still. You're really doing good. You know why? Because a lot of things that happen on the internet, he's doing good, guys. He's doing honestly, he's doing very good. A lot of things that we see transpire on the internet, here I go again, drifting off. A lot of things that we see transpired on the internet, he has a lot of patience in some ways and then short fuse in the others. A lot of patience because the way how we see those people heckle him on the internet, and he waits and he waits and he waits, and then one day a lot of people wouldn't tolerate that shit. People like Wodemaya and the likes who just back off some people and take down their channel instantly, they didn't wait. So in that part, he's patient. But the part where he makes the rules and break them by saying that nobody who works for him can't have YouTube because YouTube is a distraction. You understand? They want what he has, so they will be very, very happy. And actually, you also encourage them. I've heard you numerous times, Marwa, encouraging them to do a channel, like encouraging some of your workers to do channels, to do videos. And I don't know why you do that. I don't know because it makes no sense. I mean, you're a businessman now and you have to think like a damn real business person. Put your salaries together, make your agreements, but don't tell them about do no damn YouTube channel. And then when they start getting distracted, you call them lazy or whatever, whatever. I don't like that. No. Operate your business as if you are running you're struggling with that part. Seriously. You cannot invest all this money for it to come down like this. You're looking like a common villager, not the businessman. I mean, you're a villager, yes, but you get what I'm saying. It's like you're still struggling here and there. Oh, don't do this, do that. Don't do that, do this. Bro, put your damn pants on, pull it up, buckle up your waist, clean up your face in the mirror, get that shit going. Come on, bro. Them boys put on the flipping camera, focus. Hire somebody then to walk around and film for them. Just let this one person do that. Just do the filming. And stop letting those boys be distracted. Because even though we've heard Max said in this clip, in this video, that okay, let's I don't want to be something. I'll see you when I get to the market. But still for all, there were still interjections here and there. We have 10 more minutes. We have 10 more minutes before we get to the market. Remember, he said that let's see you when we get to the market, but he came back again. So it simply means that there was a disconnect between the trainer and the horse itself. And whatever they were doing when they were coming back or wherever they were going, whatever, somebody must have seen something and probably said it to Mara. Because at one point in time, I heard Mara was saying whether they were running, having the horse doing something stupid, it must have been some drastic movements on the horse's part. Why it would have lost its bridle? What happened? I need to hear a clearer video, a clearer explanation, rather, of what really transpired for the horse to lose its bridle. Was the bridle dry rot? I thought those things were like poly something something, whatever, man. Like right now, braining. You know what I'm saying? And like, guys, just understand. I want to look at this thing from every angle. I have to cover every angle. And this thing of you, Max, knowing damn well that you generally goes to graze the horses. Why did you detour? That's not going to fix your wounds. But my question is, why did you detour? No, I could sit here and ask the question also. But there's this thing called human beings being unruly, unruly human beings. Now, let me give you a joke. No, I can say it's a joke, but at the time when it happened, it was not. There was a time that I was working in a particular department. I was young, didn't know shit about driving much, and I was like instructing somebody to move a car. Now, me don't know nothing about driving much, but me instructing the person to move the car. Probably about 20, I was, I don't know, 23. No, about, that's a lie, not 23. About 20, 24, 25, 25. And I was saying to the person, just go here, go back, go back, go back, go back. Okay, lock a little bit more, lock a little bit more heavy. I heard skrrr. Yes, my boss was above on the balcony looking down at me, instructing the person. I'm standing on the outside and the person driving the car, and I'm instructing the person. Me can't drive. Me no have no driving license. And me giving instruction at the age of 25. My boss standing over. I didn't even know that he was up there. All I heard him ask was, ah, so who's going to pay for that? Who do you think is going to pay for that? It was his vehicle, one of his car. And I was instructing the person. All I supposed to have done was keep my ass shut up, and allow the person to drive however them driving because I don't know anything about driving. I did not know anything about driving, but I was out there giving instructions. Fast, my fast. And the funny thing about the whole thing is that when I started working there first, I was specifically told if you don't know about driving, do not interfere with any one of those cars. You can't drive, left the car them alone. But there me I was not physically in the car, but there I was giving instructions and causing a ruckus. Almost took off the entire fender. That thing that goes, that metal part, that curved part that goes over the wheel is called a fender. Almost took off the fender based on my instructions. Anyway, when you don't hear, you will feel. That's the whole moral of the story. You know who ended up having to pay for that car, to repair that car? I had to pay for that car. I felt so much of a mixed emotion. I was pissed. I spoke so many ill things about the boss. Um, but guess what? His rules were clear from day one. You don't know nothing about vehicles? Stay away from my cars. I didn't I didn't listen. And he was right there watching me giving instructions to somebody. And it was based on my instructions. The vehicle, actually, it almost took down a column from a whole shop, like a shed, a big concrete column, the impact from the car. So I'm telling you, he had to pay the ultimate price. I was so pissed. I had so many, but you see, rules are rules. And a lot of us who guess what? Hey, let me tell you this thing. I saw a reaction this morning from JT. I don't know. He just popped up on my television, and I watched. And I was listening to this guy. I was saying to myself, the way how he's speaking was as if Marwa's rules that was given to this guy should have not been followed. I guess maybe because they're so used to Marwa, Marwa's environment, like him making and breaking rules, I guess. Or maybe because JT himself probably never had like a job in corporate area. I don't know. I'm just saying because somebody with brain sense, how are you going to go up against your boss knowing that he set rules, even though the boss himself is sometimes not an example because he breaks the rule, but he's the boss. You can't put yourself with the boss. The way how he was speaking was as if it's okay. It's okay that the guy went to the marketplace and not that he should have. I don't even know how to put it. It never sounded okay to me. So I was just thinking in my head, uh-huh. So you are one of the ones them who would have been very rebellious if you're in corporate because there you go. But then again, as I say, we're human beings and we're capable of back talking to people when them giving them hot chat because yeah, we're human beings. Like I said, I was so pissed at my boss because I had to pay for the freaking vehicle knowing damn well that it was my fault. Bah. Anyways, like I said, I feel honestly that Max got a little bit too comfortable, a little bit too comfortable. And because he got too comfortable, he felt it was okay to break the rules. I say break the rules. He felt like breaking the rules sound very harsh, right? Or sound, uh, uh, uh. Like he felt it was okay to go ahead and do what he does best, was giving the horses a challenge. Let's put it this way. By giving the horses a challenge, he felt comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? And sadly, it resulted in him and the horse having, to walk away with damages. And nobody knows, honestly, guys, if this horse is going to have to be put down, God forbids, because them horse, they really, like horses really can't take injuries. They can't take damage, any little thing, and you have to put them out of their misery. Sad. And I mean, two already gone. Two already gone. And sadly, if this has to be the third one, oh boy, I don't know how Mara would deal with it because it's already driving him nuts. Let's listen in some more. Um, I wanted to find the part where even if like after how you say this now, yeah, after the incident and he went to the hospital. Let's see if I could find it. What's going on here?
That's my apron. I had an accident when I came out of the market. See,
Oh, so he when he came out of the market, because I was wondering where did the accident happen. So when he came out of the market, so I guess on his way back, English is not Englishing. Let's listen in.
This is my back.
Ay, ay, ay. That's a lot. Okay, I don't want to see that. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah.
I was cantering with sneakers, and by accident, she knocks its front legs.
Oh, by accident, it knocks its front legs. Oh, you have to explain a little bit. That's not gonna change anything though. But it's like I'm trying to wrap my head around. I'm trying to create a timeline. Come on, you're not giving me anything to work with. You're not giving me enough. Not anything. You're giving me something, but you're not giving me enough to work with. I'm trying to create a storyline in my head. By accident, it knocks its front legs.
When he was cantering, and
Huh?
both of us fell down very bad, and I dislocated my hand and my back.
Okay, so his hand is dislocated also. Oh, that's a hard fall. And remember, those horses are tall, so you're falling from. If you fall and the horse fall on you, and you and the horse fall together, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. But the hand is dislocated. So which, if the hand is dislocated, which one of the hand, bro? How are you filming?
My back too got hurt, and one of my legs.
Ay ay
So
ay.
this happens, and it's a very bad accident. Came here to hit. Just came to take the medications, at least to get a tetanus and some meds. Yeah.
And it's so sad because he's really in a lot of pain. Especially you see those bruises. Oh, they hurt so bad. Guys, how many of you have ever fallen off of a bike as a kid? Bruh. I have scars. I have yo, my knees. Hey, my hand here, guys. Oh, they hurt. And you don't feel them when it just happened. But you see, when the night is coming down, hey, you get fever. You get pain. Ay, ay, ay. Every strand of hair on your head feel like they don't belong to you. Ooh, they hurt badly. Sorry, Max. I know you're a good guy. Sorry. I mean, shit does happen from time to time in life, and maybe this is just your way forward. Yeah, maybe this is just your way forward in life because some things are already designed for us. You were probably just there in that moment and time. So just let's look at the brighter side. You're probably there in that moment and time for that incident to happen so you can go to the next phase of life. We don't know what it is, and I hope that it is not the phase where you'll be left with thousands of Kenyan shillings a medical bill and no help to get it sorted out or can't walk or something, something, something. I hope it's not that. I hope that God has something prepared for you nicely, you know, and I hope that, going forward, because I'm saying this now because you basically Marwa said it that you're been fired. You're saying that you're been fired. So I have to speak in the past, in a sense. I have to speak like, it's all the past. So as I'm saying, like going forward in life, I pray that, you would find, something that you like. And I hope that also what I actually was about to say before I change course was that you learn to obey the rules a little bit. If it is grazing, and if your boss said this is this, because then they will get pissed because it's an investment and he's not in that business alone. He's in it with partners, and who knows, who owns what. Who knows who owns what? So when a loss in a sense, even though it's not a loss of life, we don't know yet because maybe they will have to put down the horse. Depends on the damages. You understand what I'm saying? And I pray that you are not like internally damaged or anything. As you say, it's a lucky thing that you were wearing a helmet. Thank God. Sorry for your dislocated hand, but I'm struggling to figure out how are you filming. Okay. Anyways, let me not dig too much. We will wait to see some more videos, and I hope that this doesn't turn out to be one salawala. I hope also I understand also where Marwa is coming from, and I do understand where you are coming from because you felt, like I said, you got a little bit too comfortable. That was just a whole city. You're doing the best okay. Let me come again. Like I was saying, you got a little bit, I think you got a little bit too comfortable, doing what you love, and it cost you dearly. That's just how I want to put it, coming from that's just from my point of view. And on the part of Marwa, he's only acting like a boss, who is really panic, and he just made some hasty decisions. I'm not here to basically be take siding or saying, oh, no, no, trying to get in Marwa's head. I'm just saying that any boss would get pissed because I've been in that situation already where my boss got friggin' angry at me because I never obeyed and I did what I thought that was best in the moment and not thinking of the consequences. And I ended up having to pay for something that I physically even didn't touch. You understand? Because of my mouth. Anyways, so I do get it. He's invested. Those horses are he invested heavily along with others, and it's a business. And like I said before, I'm about to bounce, but like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, that Marwa, it is time that you lay down some rules and firmly. I know you're a work in progress and thing. Anyway, you don't watch my videos anyway, but I'm just putting it out there. You're a work in progress. And there's still room for improvement. And I'm still saying that you need to look in the mirror every morning and keep reminding yourself that you need to make rules and stick with them. That's going to have to do it for me here on today's episode of the Real Things Reactions. My people, like I said before, I wanna thank you guys for sticking and staying with me. If you made it this far, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't leave without dropping a comment on the comment section. You understand? Say how you feel about this whole situation. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, no one is perfect. No one is perfect. Thank you guys for allowing me to enter into your spaces once again. Big up on yourself. And yeah, let us all meet in the next one. Bye bye.